You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. Link in the description. Use promo code USA First, all one word. USA First, all one word. 25% off now.
Guys, let's talk about Jackson State head football coach, primetime Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Prime. Now, Deion Sanders was a legend in the NFL. This man was very, very influential on the football field. He's the greatest cornerback of all time. Now, when Deion Sanders was in the NFL, he actually used to wear a bandana on his head. And I remember when I was actually in high school, football players on my high school football team wanted to be like Deion Sanders. And they would actually try to wear the bandana on their head. But however, it was against the regulations, and they were actually told to take it off by the coaches. Now, Deion Sanders now is a head football coach himself. He has done an amazing job over there at Jackson State University, the home of the great Walter Payton. Now, Deion Sanders, man, he's old school. He's the man. It's his program. It is his way or the highway. Now, the football season is about to start up this season, and Deion Sanders has now laid the smack down on his football team when it comes to their appearance, their hygiene, and the way they look in the classroom. Check this out, guys. Over here on the New York Post, Deion Sanders details perfect gentleman expectations for Jackson State players. And one thing about football coaches, they seem to have eyes and ears everywhere. And I'm wondering, folks, if Deion Sanders actually talked to professors at the university, because it seems like he wants to know exactly what's going on in the classroom with his football players. Now, me, myself, when I was in college, I wasn't an athlete, and I kind of did my own thing. And for the most part, these professors really don't even know your name. I mean, some of these classes actually have like 100 people. They don't know your names. But these football coaches and these football players, especially, if it's a very, very prominent player, people are going to know who they are. But it says here, Deion Sanders is running a tight ship at Jackson State. The Tigers football coach set expectations for his players as they return to class this week, detailing how they should dress and where he wants them to sit. Yeah, he is dictating where these players are going to sit. Now, I'm assuming, in the designated area, because he wants them to actually sit at the front. I guess they better get to class early, because when I was in college, you just took whatever seat was available. But he says this, quote, "I want you to listen to me clearly and succinctly." Sanders began as the Tigers gathered inside JSU's newly renovated team room. Quote, "No slides." Now, he's talking about flip-flops. Now, when I was a kid, we just called them flip-flops, but he's talking about those. I'm not a fan of flip-flops anyway. I don't wear them myself. But anyway, he says no slides, no armpits exposed, no wife beaters. Sit in the front of the classroom and be the perfect gentleman, because when it comes down to it and you need help, that professor is going to recall your character and who you've been consistently in that class, he continued. For Sanders' crew, it goes way beyond that with good hygiene. And he says this, quote, "Now, make sure you shower before you go to class," Sanders said. Now, folks, you would actually think that Deion Sanders would probably not have to say that. Normal thinking people probably know, hey, I need to shower when I shower. But however, guys, I was in the Navy, and believe it or not, we have people that refuse to shower in the Navy. Yeah, it happens, it's out there. But anyway, he says, quote, "I don't want to get a report that you was in some bull junk in our apparel, representing us, kids in the back of the class making noise." He's freestyling to the whole class while I was trying to teach it with a Jackson State football shirt on. Not going to happen. When it gets back to me, it's going to get back to your position coaches first, and then it's going to get back to me. When it gets back to me, it's going to be a problem. Now, I can't imagine, college athletes or college students in general in the back of the classroom, making noise. Didn't happen when I was in college, but hey, maybe he's thinking that some of his players could possibly get the big head. Hey, I'm a football player. I can do whatever I want to do. He's just laying down the smack here. Now, when I was in college, I took classes with, I remember I took this one class with a lot of baseball players. They were not a problem, but Deion Sanders is just trying to lay down expectations. For him, he wants them to come to class pretty much being professional. He's not saying that t-shirt and shorts aren't acceptable, but he doesn't want wife beaters. No flip-flops. I guess he wants them to wear like a t-shirt, shorts, and sneakers to the classroom. But however, no wife beaters. He doesn't want players to actually wear that. And he wants them to sit in the front of the class. Wow. The front of the class. So I'm willing to bet, guys, that he will probably end up having a list of his student athletes' schedule, what classes they're actually going to be in. He's probably going to have spies walking around the university and checking to make sure that these students are in the class, and that some people around Deion Sanders are going to be doing reports on this. So he's probably already laid down the groundwork for this, that his student athletes will be spied on. And just imagine if they're not in class and they don't have a good excuse, because in college, man, they really don't take roll. They don't. Now, when I was in school, they actually just used to have like a sign-in sheet. That was pretty much it. But it didn't mean nothing. Didn't mean nothing at all. These professors, they only have like 50 minutes to a little over an hour to get in the lecture, and that's it. They don't really have time to be taking roll, making sure people are there. So Deion Sanders is going to take matters into his own hand and hold his athletes accountable. He has laid the smack down, and there's going to be consequences if the athletes don't actually do what he says. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, Coach Prime, he is not playing. I'm willing to bet, depending on the severity of what happens in the classroom, he's probably going to end up kicking some players off the team if they break the rules. That's probably the worst possible punishment that could actually be coming down to these student athletes. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.